Pretty. How's it going, guys? Making another video again. I'm actually posting this video not that much longer after the last video I posted, which I think was 2 weeks ago, so patting myself on the back, I'm pretty sure that's an achievement for me. But today I want to talk to you about my dreams. No, I'm not talking about my hopes and dreams and the things I'm going to do in the future, like the kind of stuff your parents ask you about. No, I want to talk to you about the really freaking weird things that go on in my head while I'm asleep. Because those things are interesting. Basically, last year, maybe 2 years ago, I got my mom this book for her birthday. And I don't think she's really used it a lot, but I thought, hey, I have these weird dreams. Why don't I use it? It might be entertaining. It might tell me that I'm screwed up and need to seek help, but hey, it's not like I didn't already know that, so yeah. So first, I gotta start by telling you what exactly my dreams were. So I have my handy dandy laptop here that I wrote a couple things down on. Accidentally opened my Christmas list. Oh, I accidentally opened my Christmas list again. So the first part of the first dream I had, I was in a group chat with my friends Patrick and Lydia, and we were talking about how the next day at school we were gonna dress up, and we were texting pictures about what we were gonna wear. I'm guessing I'm gonna have to search on this thing like clothing, because I'm pretty sure they're not gonna have text group messages with Lydia and Patrick on here. There's no text. It would be better if I could spell. Alright, it says here. Since we were dressing up, I'm gonna read the section that says dress. It says if you are a woman and you dream of a beautiful new dress, which is this dress that I put in my group message I ordered off Amazon, but the dream suggests you want a more active social life or even romance. The dream can also suggest that you are anxious about the way in which you appear to others or symbolize your desire to be thought attractive or fashionable by those around you. Well, apparently I want new romance. So basically in the second part of the dream is when I went to Amazon to order the dress, which after that the dress was unimportant, but I ordered a bunch of gray yarn from Amazon and I started knitting a scarf. And I don't know how to knit. My dad was selling our house, except our house was partly our house, but then it's also this gigantic mansion. At the end of the dream, I was still knitting that scarf and it was about to finish, but me and my sister were sitting downstairs in the computer room and she was yelling at him about how she didn't want to leave the house because it was our house and it didn't matter if there was an open house. And I was like, wait, I thought you woke us up to go to school. And then I finished the scarf. And I don't know. Ooh, they have one for yarn and knitting. I'll read the yarn one first. As the thread or wool we use in knitting, yarn symbolizes our ability to make things. Yeah, no, I don't really. Knitting suggests the desire to make something grow. If the garment being knitted has a complicated pattern, what is desired will take careful consideration as well as practice. Apparently I want something to grow. Does it mean if you are selling your soul to the devil? Oh wow, thanks Google. If you're trying to sell your house, this portends material and sentimental losses. I don't think I've lost anything. I think that's about all I'm gonna get from this dream, because it's not giving me much. So I had this dream then where I was at a hotel with my sister and my dad, and there was the archway where you kind of drop off your luggage and stuff like that. But the archway was really high and it looked kind of regal, so it kind of looked like a palace sort of. And then there was a parking lot that went on for miles at this hotel. So it was this insanely big parking lot. And so me and my dad went to the store to get something. I don't really remember that part. When we came back, my dad parked in one of the furthest spots possible. And then we were walking back. We were talking, having fun, blah blah blah. And then where the archway is, the top of it where you drop off your luggage is on the top of this hill, so it comes straight down from there. And so when we come up to this hill, there's this dude with my lacrosse stick and ball. And then he's like, oh crap, when he sees us coming, because he's like, I stole this stuff, and he throws it down the hill, and I'm like, oh, it looks like you got a look-alike, Dad. And there's this dude who's literally exactly the same as my dad, but he seemed like a total jerk. My dad just like, are you serious? And he like went straight up to him, and then he like looked straight in his face, and I just remember standing right next to them, like seeing their faces like this, like really close to each other, and then like that's the end of the dream. So fathers usually represent respected authority figures, depending on the circumstances in your dream. Seeing your father can suggest either that you're struggling with the authoritarian side of yourself, or that you feel inexperienced, inadequate in some aspect of your life. Like all of them. Alright, twins. The twins symbolize our dual natures, the mixture of good and bad that can be found in all of us. So it could be pointing out the bad and good sides of my father. I think they're just meaningless. I don't think they have any meaning. Alright, here's another dream. I was at a wedding, and I got kicked out of the wedding. After that, I was like climbing around on the outside of this building. This was like a big building. It wasn't like a tiny building. I was like trying to climb up on the wall. Like I was like a friggin' reptilian, and like my brother saw me, and he was like, I want to leave too. So we're like, okay, we'll leave. But it was raining, pouring rain, so it's like, oh, it's kind of dangerous to drive. And I was like, I don't really want to drive. And so my brother was like, oh, I'll drive. And he is 8 years old. That's the part that baffled me, is that he's 8 years old. He was 8 years old in the dream. He's 8 years old now. And he was driving a car. I was like, you're gonna crash, because he like almost slid in a puddle, and he's like, don't worry, I got this. And I don't remember anything else, but it was terrifying. I thought I was going to die. Brother, masculine side of the dreamer, the rational and logical, the voice of reason, doubting the dreamer's instincts. That's actually kind of true, I guess, because he doubted me when I said you can't drive because you're 8 years old. But I mean, he can't drive because he's 8 years old. Traditionally, rain. Release. From school? Yeah, definitely that. I'm yelling. So that dream basically told me that my brother is always right. An 8-year-old's always right. He can drive a car and he's always right. And that I really don't like school. That comes from a dream of my 8-year-old brother driving a Mini Cooper through the rain. That's what I get. That's okay. Alright, so this is a dream I had last night. Basically, this dream was really long. Like, it felt like a really long dream. We were in school, but school seemed like slightly greenhousey, like Whole Foods vibe. Like, everything in this dream has like a total Whole Foods vibe. So, we were in this class, an English class that my friend Mallory is in, but I was in it last year. But Emma has a different teacher for the class. So we were all in the same class that Mallory was in. And I think some of our other guy friends were in this class. We're just like, okay, we're gonna leave and we're gonna go somewhere, but I don't know where we were going. And so we were going through this parking lot, and I guess it's another big parking lot, which seems to be a trend. We were like looking through the parking lot. I, some reason, didn't know what my car looked like, so we were just looking forever and ever and ever. And we split up from the guys that came with us. And so we're looking forever, but we're never gonna find it because I don't know what it looks like. That's all I remember from the dream. Parking lot full of cars symbolizes infinite possibilities and ability to accomplish your goals. So it probably means I'm going nowhere in life. An empty parking lot symbolizes despair and a lack of possibility. This is an omen that if things continue as they are, you will find yourself without the means to achieve your goals and to get yourself to the place you want to be in life. Alternatively, the dream symbol may indicate the feeling that you have been abandoned and betrayed. Pay attention to the other symbols surrounding this one. So maybe my first dream means I was abandoned by my father. No, that didn't happen. It means I'm going nowhere in life. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that because it basically just ruined my life. So basically, in this video, I've learned that my father abandoned me, that I'm homeless because we're selling our mansion, and that I'm going nowhere in my life. So, give this video a thumbs up for how terrible my life is gonna be. Thanks, dreams, thanks. But yeah, in all seriousness, guys, I'm pretty sure that these dreams that I have, and they mean nothing. Hopefully they mean nothing. Because if they mean something, then I'm really screwed. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up and comment happy things. And also, make sure to subscribe and check out my other videos if you like this one. So yeah, bye!
God. outside your door.
I don't care.
Like a creeper.